In this video, I'm going to show you how to do hearts and meanders free motion quilting, and it's much easier than it looks, I promise. We're going to be free motion quilting some hearts and some meanders. So if you've watched a couple of my videos these last 2 weeks, I've been showing you how to stipple stitch and I've been showing you how to meander. Now we're going to include some hearts in that, and I am going to use this tool also, which is a friction pen. It comes away with heat. So if you're a beginner to free motion quilting, this is going to be a really useful tip for you. Some people recommend that you practice on paper, like you draw on paper. I would actually recommend that you actually just practice on the machine. And I recommend that you do it this way that I'm going to show you right now. I am literally going to draw hearts in random places on my placemat. And I'm going to do tails that come off at either side like so. Now you can say this is cheating, but I really don't think it is cheating. I actually think it's a great way of anchoring that movement into your memory. So basically I'm going to do hearts all over my placemat like this, and I'm going to do them upside down, I'm going to do them to the left, I'm going to do them to the right, and basically I'm going to leave gaps so we can go and do a meander, and then when we join up to this particular line we can just do our heart and then move on. So here we go, these are the hearts that I'm going to be free motion quilting. What do you think? Is this cheating? I don't think it's cheating. That's my personal opinion. So let's go over to the sewing machine. I am over at the Babylock Soprano. This is my sewing machine that I always do all of my sewing tutorials on. I am not paid nor sponsored to create this video. So I have placed some glide thread in the top of my sewing machine. I generally always use glide. I am going to attach my open toe foot for free motion quilting work onto my sewing machine. And just a reminder that your sewing needles need to be changed out after 8 hours of work on your sewing machine. So maybe time to change your needle if you haven't done that for a while. There we go, we are all threaded. Whenever we do free motion quilting work, we have to drop the feed dog, so we have to take this off. And at the back of the machine is this slide, so you just move it and it drops the feed dogs. So I'm basically starting right from the edge of my border here, and I'm going to start by doing a simple meander. So I'm just weaving in and out like a little river, like if you watched one of my meander videos, that I'm going to explain how to do that. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to squiggle right up to one of these first hearts that I drew, like so. And then I'm just going to follow along my drawn line. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure that it obviously looks like a heart. And then we're just going to do a meander and we're going to find our next heart, which is over here. So I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to join up to this line and I'm going to draw my heart. And I'm just going to do a meander. Just want to make sure that I fill all the empty spaces up. So you see how simple that is? So I'm just going to meander all the way in here and I'm going to find my line and I'm going to draw my next heart. You may find that you only have to do a few of these drawn on to feel the motion of what it's like to draw an actual heart. So just do some more meanders. join up with that next line, and if you have to move your fabric, just move your fabric around and then draw the next heart. I've seen how easy that is, especially for free motion quilting, so just keep going. Free motion quilting isn't difficult. The only thing that's difficult with free motion quilting is the fact that you need to understand the movement of how to draw something. So I mean, it does work when you're practicing on paper, but when you're actually physically doing it, when you're actually using the sewing machine, it feels totally different when you're free motion quilting. So I find it's better to learn this way than it is just to do it on a piece of paper, because you need to understand like how you need to move this fabric around, how to place your hands and everything. So let's draw some more hearts. And then fill it in with the meanders. So what do you think? Do you think this will actually make it easier for you in order to practice your free motion quilting? Let me know in that comment box down below. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to fill this all in and I'm going to let you see what it looks like at the end. So here we go. Now we see all the green marks. I'm going to put my iron on it. And they're all going to disappear. So that just leaves us with our free motion quilting and our stitching. So some people say that this pen marking will come back in negative weather. So I've got the perfect weather to test this out today because we are -20. So later on I'm going to test whether this really does come back in really cold environments. So I just wanted to see what this looks like up close. See, you would never know that I used anything to, let's just say, cheat my way through free motion quilting, but I really don't think it's cheating. Why not use the tools that we have in order to make life much more easier? So this is a heart, a meander, free motion quilting. Okay, so outside this door right now it's -20, so I'm going to see if this pen mark comes back in -20. Let's find out. So I need to let you know that it was out there for a good 5 minutes in -20, -20 degrees weather, and none of that pen mark came back. So I mean, it needs to be seriously cold for that pen to come back. I hope after watching this video you feel much more confident in free motion quilting. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.